in with the background. I'm going to start with some red. So I'm going to add some red here in the background. Actually, you know what? It's going to be one big red spot. Now, you don't want to make it all, you know, completely red. Just like so, just a light layer. Then we're going to go with maybe some orange in the middle. Just like that. Make sure you add some of the orange as well in the white parts. Okay. We're going to add a little bit of yellow. Not too much of it. In fact, I'm going to go back to some red just to emphasize the red is the primary color in this painting. Now, I'm going to come in just like so. Now I'm going to do this down here as well. Just tear off a piece of magazine. There we go. Now I want this to be dark, so make sure, like I'm doing here, brown and black. And just come here in the background. Good. Just like so. See that? Keep working at it. Now then, I want to create the effect that it is on water. So what we're going to do is you grab your straight edge, just like so, right? And then you're going to spray some blue. Now the straight edge is important because you don't want to get overspray onto that side. So just some blue, and you want to add a blue hue to it. That's what we're doing, guys. A volcano. Okay. It's a little bit tricky, but a little bit of practice and you can do it. Just like creating comets. Okay. A little bit of red. Symbolize, you know, the explosion. We're gonna do the same thing down here, except I'm just gonna add the red. See that? Okay. Now then, get another magazine. Just a tad of white, but I want to use some of that yellow. You know, you want to get some of those colors reflecting off your water as well. Again, maybe just a little bit of blue. Something like that. Alright. Oh. Alright, for this next phase, I'm going to tear off a couple pieces of magazine here. I'm going to put a little bit of black on this one. Now, you have to keep in mind that we have a source of light coming from the volcano. So, it's pretty much the only source of light. So I'm just spraying some black here on the side. I'm going to use a magazine sheet. Yeah, there you go. That'll do. Okay, and I'm going to mix that with a little bit of orange. And maybe a little bit of red. This is going to be our terrain, guys. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put some terrain on this painting. I'm going to add it. I'm going to add a piece of it right here. Just like so. Awesome. And I'm going to add another piece of it this way. take a look at that. That's what it looks like. Alright, now I'm going to introduce to you guys a new tool. Well, a tool new to you guys that I've been using for a while. We've here at the show we've come to call it the spraycasso funnel. All it is a magazine sheet rolled up in the shape of a funnel. See the end? It's cut at a 45-degree angle, and you'll see this tool comes in very handy. And I'm about to show you why. Now I'm just gonna spray some black here. Good deal. And I'm gonna lead it. And you get to decide how much black you want by squeezing the tip. In this case, I want it very thin. So we're gonna have a little tree just coming out through here. Just like so. Maybe I'll add another one. We don't want to make that tree lonely, huh? So we'll add another one right here. And see, the beauty about this tool is that you can make some pretty fine lines. Alright. Now then, we're going to add a little bit of blue. And just a touch of white. And you're aiming at this. You're not aiming at your painting. See? Just like so. Same thing over here. And you want to do the dark colors first. In this case, the blue. Because otherwise, if you put the white down, well, you're going to cover it with blue. And, well, you want the white to really stand off. See? Great. Now you're going to need a sea sponge. I'm going to use some black. First I'm going to use some black. Just like so. Maybe a little more. I did add quite a few branches, and the more branches you add, well, the more leaves you have to add. Okay. Starting to look better, huh? And you don't want to make the leaves too thick. By that I mean you don't want to put too much paint, just enough so you can see them. Because I want to add highlights. And if you make them too thick, then you have to wait quite a while to go ahead and add your highlights. Otherwise your paints will mix and it'll just make a pasty look to it. A little bit of orange. I'm still using the sponge with black on it. It's going to create a little bit of a mixture, but that's okay because you don't want the orange to be, well, too bright. So you want it to mix a little bit with that black that you have on your sponge. So it makes it a little darker. Doesn't stand out quite as much. But just enough to give you those highlights we're looking for. Now, you can always go back and maybe with a little bit of red, add some red highlights to your trees. In this case, I do believe I will leave it as it is. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. You guys have enjoyed it? Until next time.